The Raptors complete the trifecta. Most wins in franchise history, most home wins in a season, and for the first time ever, the Toronto Raptors will win the Eastern Conference and finish #1 overall in the East in the regular season.
How much does it matter if you don't have the playoff success? I know that you guys have been so focused on.
Nothing matters.
No, we playing for everything.
Yeah. Waste of a year.
You know,
waste of a year for us.
Yeah.
A waste of a year.
I mean, not a waste of a year, but it's a disappointing year. I mean, the playoffs.
It's a waste of a year.
Yeah, waste of a year.
Period. You know,
I mean,
we put in all this work, and you know, you want to compete for that championship. You know, anything less is, you know, you go into the summer upset, thinking like, man, I got to do this all over again. Like,
we're right back down the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
You listen to radio and TV up here, and the feeling is that you guys are not getting the respect you're due from the rest of the NBA. Do you guys feel that?
They always count. They always say, you know, myself and DeMar, we don't play well in the playoffs. But at the end of the day, we've been to a conference finals. We've been to a second round. We've played the 5th most playoff games in the last whatever, how many years. Me personally, I don't pay attention to what people say.
I can tell from looking at you guys and knowing you guys that you've no doubts that when you look at each other, you're not like, oh, I don't know if I can count on him in a key moment.
No. I mean, we've had countless conversations. We've had countless FaceTime where we're talking and watching games. We've had countless just locker room talks. At the end of the day, and I've said it, and I'm always gonna say it, I'm riding or die with this guy, and I know vice versa. And we ride or die with the other guys in our locker room.
Do you guys watch games at home and FaceTime each other?
Yeah.
Our friendship ain't fake. At the end of the day, like, this is my brother. We're gonna do everything to help each other. We're always gonna be real with each other, and we're always gonna have each other back.
Your friendship has evolved too. The first year you guys were here, I think you said at one point you guys didn't even talk when you were off the court.
You know, my first year here, he was already kind of embedded here, had his old, you know, his guys, and I was just here like, you know, I'm just a new guy. I'm just trying to find my way, and I'm gonna be here a couple years and I'm out. So I ain't gonna make it tight.
I didn't see him outside of work facility.
Like, ever.
I mean, I really didn't talk to him. I didn't have his number. I didn't go eat with him.
You didn't have his phone number?
No.
No, I didn't.
At all. We didn't have each other's number.
I didn't follow him on no Twitter,
Instagram, nothing.
Like,
nothing.
So what happened? What changed?
I don't know. I mean, but that's all we talk about. That's just the beauty of a friendship. You know, you think back to, you know, your closest friend. Could you pinpoint when or how y'all got cool,
Just
or when?
don't
You
know.
know, it just happened. You know,
Right.
it was just one of those things, and you know, you look up and it's like, damn, I'm stuck with you.
DeRozan finds Lowry. That's a chemistry play right there.
All right, so I'm very cautious about ever using the word courage in sports because none of us are fighting fires here, right?
I agree.
But I do legitimately believe your friend over here did something very courageous earlier this year. What did it say to you about him when he was so open and sharing his struggles with depression and coming out and telling people it was okay to feel that way?
As a friend, you know, you know, we talk about things, but for him he understood that he could set a precedence for everybody else to be comfortable. This man is a 4-time All-Star, Olympian, franchise all-time leading scorer, this, that, and he showed the humility to be able to say, I'm human. I got a heart, I bleed, I got pain.
There was a time in sports where someone would come out and say that stuff, and the echo in the sports community would be like, oh, that's soft, or that's not manly, or any of that stuff. The reaction in the NBA has been the opposite of that. Is it what you expected?
No, I couldn't. I'd be lying to you if I told you it was what I expected. You know, because you talk to, you know, like I said, we talk about other things outside of basketball to where, you know, it was a point to where, you know, after a lot of games, he'd be like, man, that was back to reality, because he knew the court was my sanctuary, and that's why I freed my mind. It's like, man, it's back to reality. Just, you know, and it's like, so I just finally get to a point where I put it out there and you see the response you get back.
What inspired you to do it in the first place?
I think it was a moment of, like, you know, I was going through how I was feeling, and I think it was All-Star weekend. I was home. It's everybody pulling at you. You're dealing with all this, everything's coming at you, and it's just, you know, I didn't have my sanctuary because we wasn't playing. for the last couple of days, and you know, you just had that moment, and you lash out, and, you know, 'cause I think I got to a point to where like I didn't care what people would think, calling it weak or whatever. It's like I didn't.
The reaction that you got on the team, the fact that I know Kyle was right there with you and the other teammates were right there with you, has that drawn this team closer at all?
And we always been close to, like, it's just to a fault.
I've never had a teammate come into our organization that we haven't like brought in as a brother. Yeah. And that's how we are. No matter who comes in, what comes in, you're going to be our family.
The first time the Raptors have ever won a playoff opener.
Does it feel to you guys like this is it? This is your window? This is your time?
Actually, I think we felt like that for a while now. We haven't executed it.
I mean, as long as you have that continuous opportunity, you know, you gotta understand, you know, they don't come around too often. Now we have another opportunity. This could be our last, we gotta treat it like our last, you know, so, you know, to answer your question, most definitely, without doubt.